I guess, like a lamb to the slaughter, is a pretty accurate statement or description to my demeanour. My name's Nathan Lamb. I could be easily described as perhaps a gullible character, or somewhat over-curious. Often I find myself feeling bored, not so much unchallenged. I mean, my world is little more than a small island or a large rock. I rarely escape my apartment. Another weekend comes by, swiftly as the cold sharp air that itches my flesh when I peel myself from my bed. Lost in the darkness, I substitute my hand for my eyes, reaching for my phone on my bedside table. Found it. I blindly unlock the screen, which for a moment blurs my vision. Gradually, my eyes adjust to an image of my now ex. For almost a month already. Wow. How time dies when you're left to warmth and loneliness. Little more than the emptiness of a broken man's heart. It's now nearly 7 PM. However, time means little to me, other than an indication to make my way to the computer or to plan my next microwave meal. Tonight, I think I'll check out one of those webcam sites. You know, like Chat Roulette and Omegle, that sort of thing. I could do with some random strangers to talk about nothing too. Nice. Microwave dinner ready? Check. Fruit twist? Check. I'm all ready to go. So, I take my steaming micro meal with its plastic packaging and place it on my computer desk. The screen lights up as I set my eyes on my desktop and start browsing. The venture starts when I get a random pop-up. Invite me to one of those campsites. I come to the first feed, and I'm brought to a dark room. I squint, trying to make out an outline of what seems to be one of those prison-looking beds. You know, the kind that are more springs than mattress. And then an empty bookshelf, amongst other random things. Then in the far corner of the room, a darkened doorway to what I'm guessing is perhaps a closet. Hello? I read out. I am answered with only silence. I decide to take to typing. Anyone there? I begin to hear what sounds like a soft whimpering. I become silent, and for some reason, I feel drawn to a dark doorway at the end of the room. The shadows within look as though they are pulsing, drawing closer. The whispering escalates, and I realize a set of eyes in the doorway, staring back at me. I take a deep breath. Suddenly, something filthy, coated in a slick, black essence, in a crawling motion speeds from the shadows and towards the camera. A man's scream emits from my quivering lips. Shit! Did I really just scream to one of those stupid jump scare vids? Fucking arsehole, I sneer at the screen, which has now turned black. I notice they've now typed out some text.
Past your bedtime, young man.
I always fall for these stupid things. My frickin' over-curious mind. I'm tempted to give it a rest before I'm brought to the next user. I come onto another screen. Again, another empty room. This time, the room is lit, decorated, and I can see there's a simple looking office chair in front of a computer screen. Now I say empty because quite simply there just wasn't anyone there. I decided to wait a moment, see what would happen. Now growing impatient, I decided to type out to a person. Anyone there? I stopped typing. Realised that I'm falling for that same frickin' trick again. Man, I'm so easy, I thought to myself. I'm not going to fall for this crap again. Just as I go to click off the window, a figure then stepped in front of the camera and onto the chair. It's a girl of her 20s. Long, dark hair, a pretty decent looking face. She sits and she just stares directly at me. I wait just a moment for her to speak, until I decide to take the opportunity. Hey, how's it going? I'm Nathan. She continues looking at me and returns a soft smile, but she doesn't reply, so I'll take my turn again. You know, I was starting to think I was all alone on here. It seems the girl's starting to type. You are not alone. I smile back at her. She just gets up and starts to walk about the room and looking around hesitantly. I decide to get up myself, deciding to make some coffee. The room always feels cold when I leave the screen. As I fill the kettle with water, I hear several pings, like notification sounds, coming from the computer. Must be coming from that girl, I guess. So I put down the kettle, bringing my attention back to her. The screen now is black. Looks like something's covering it. She has typed several messages to me. How is it? Seeing nothing but darkness. Knowing that someone unseen in the black unknown is staring back. A cold spike carves down my spine, sending a ripple shivers through my body. For some reason, I feel myself leaning closer to the screen, drawn towards her camera feed, when suddenly her camera feed is visible once again. The simple office chair, which she once sat on, is now in the centre of the room, and the girl is gone. The camera starts to glitch, giving off static noises. Now she has appeared. She is standing on a chair, staring at me through the dark hair enshrouding her face. Static again. The chair has fallen to the ground, and her body swinging, hung by the neck from the ceiling, then a loud. The camera feed cuts off to a black screen. My heart racing as fast as the countless thoughts playing through my mind. What the hell was that? I wait, hoping to see her face appear again or a message to come up. Nothing. I start to ponder in my mind whether this could have been a prank. After a few more minutes, a message appears. Do you want to speak to a ghost? My eyes peel wide open, my chest about to burst. I switch off a computer in haste. In the screen, reflected behind, I notice a long, thin, dark figure, messy black hair. I spin with a scream. Opening my eyes, there is no one there. I take a moment and collect myself, feeling that same cold feeling coursing through my body, and with a deep breath, I slowly turn back around to face the computer. The screen, it's on. It's her room. Her empty room. Only darker. Much darker than before. I reach down and pull the power cable from the computer, switching it off. The rest of that night went by in a haze, as did the following, until I found myself again in front of my computer screen 3 nights later. 2 sleepless nights, well, besides the few odd hours. I'm putting the other night to tiredness. Or, well, me letting some sick prank getting the best of me. I switched on the computer and decided, how else am I going to get over this? So I returned to the original site, having stored the URL in my history. I hesitantly waited for the first feed to begin. After all, the best way for me to face it is head on. The first cam feed started. Just a black screen. I waited a moment. Then, about to click for the next feed, a message appeared. Do you want to see a ghost? The camera revealed into focus. It's her room. At the end of the room is the chair, the one that fell, and in it, a dark, terrible figure, void of features or expression. As I noticed it, the figure looked up at me. Another message. Do you want to meet a ghost? The figure rises and makes its way close to the screen. Slowly. I feel frozen, my muscles seized. I cannot move. It gets closer. Another message.
You are not alone, Nathan.
It approaches, extending what seems to be a long, thin arm towards me. 1 week later, Henry sits at his computer screen. Another weekend in clicking through random creepypastas when a random pop-up appears. It's a page linked to a site with a camera feed. On the camera screen, a rather pretty looking girl with long black hair appears, sitting on a simple office chair. She types, "Hey." Henry sees the message and replies, "Well, just when I was starting to feel a little bit lonely." Then a male appears and sits next to the girl. As Henry ponders on what to send them next, he hears a ping, noticing they've messaged him. "Henry, you are not alone." Hey guys, thanks for checking out that video, and I hope it gave you a good scare. I'm sure I won't be seeing any of you guys on any webcam sites anytime soon. If you have experienced any creepy goings on any of those type of websites, please share with me in the comments below. And of course, as always, please share, subscribe, and click that cheeky little like button. And for now, I wish you sweet nightmares.